When people think of judges, the image that usually comes to mind is one of sternness, authority, and rigid enforcement of the law. But Judge Frank Caprio, who served for decades in Providence, Rhode Island, turned that image completely upside down. Known to millions through the viral television series Court in Providence, Judge Caprio became a global icon of compassion, empathy, and humanity inside the courtroom. His approach wasn't about handing down harsh punishments or intimidating those who appeared before him. Instead, he made every person feel seen, heard, and respected, even when they stood accused of breaking the law. Today, we remember Judge Caprio by looking back at some of his kindest and most unforgettable court moments that touched hearts all around the world. One of the most remarkable aspects of Judge Caprio's courtroom was the way he treated people not as case numbers, but as human beings with unique struggles. A moment that captured the world's attention was when a single mother appeared before him, explaining she had received traffic fines while rushing to take care of her children. Instead of chastising her, Judge Caprio listened patiently, asked about her family, and reminded her of how difficult parenthood can be. He forgave her fines, but more importantly, he restored her dignity. This wasn't just about mercy, it was about showing the world that the justice system can have a heart. Another touching moment came when an elderly man appeared in court, visibly nervous and overwhelmed. He had been cited for a traffic violation, but explained that he was caring for his cancer-stricken son and was barely managing to keep his life together. Judge Caprio leaned forward, softened his voice, and told the man that no parent should ever have to go through such pain. He dismissed the fine immediately, but he didn't stop there. He offered encouragement and comfort, speaking words that viewers said felt like medicine for the soul. This scene has been replayed millions of times online, serving as a reminder that kindness can carry just as much weight as justice. Judge Caprio also had a gift for connecting with children in his courtroom. In one iconic moment, he asked a little boy who had come in with his father to help decide the outcome of a case. With a smile, Judge Caprio told the child he was now an honorary judge and asked whether his dad should pay the full fine, half of it, or nothing at all. The boy, grinning shyly, chose the middle option, half of the fine, and Judge Caprio immediately honored the decision. The courtroom erupted in laughter, and viewers around the world couldn't help but smile. By inviting children to participate, he turned intimidating legal proceedings into life lessons about fairness, compassion, and responsibility. But perhaps the most unforgettable part of Judge Caprio's career was the way he used his courtroom as a place of hope for those who felt hopeless. In countless episodes, he would say, "We're going to give you a break today," not because the law required it, but because he believed mercy was just as important as justice. People left his courtroom in tears, not of fear or regret, but of gratitude. And for many, it was the first time someone in authority had shown them understanding. What made Judge Caprio stand out wasn't just his rulings, it was his philosophy of life. He often explained that his father, an immigrant from Italy, taught him that every person deserves respect, no matter their background or circumstances. Judge Caprio carried that lesson with him every day on the bench. He didn't see people as lawbreakers. He saw them as neighbors, parents, workers, and dreamers who sometimes stumbled, just like we all do. His courtroom wasn't just a place of law, it became a stage for humanity. Millions of viewers from around the globe tuned in to Court in Providence, not because they were interested in traffic tickets, but because they wanted to witness kindness in action. In a world often filled with division, anger, and judgment, Judge Caprio's approach reminded us that compassion is powerful, that small acts of understanding can echo across continents, and that leadership can be gentle without losing its strength. Fans from every corner of the world would write to him, saying that his words gave them hope during their darkest days. In that way, Judge Caprio's influence extended far beyond Providence. It became universal. Even now, clips of his courtroom moments circulate across social media, continuing to inspire new generations. His gentle humor, his thoughtful pauses, and his ability to make people laugh while easing their burdens remain etched in the hearts of millions. He wasn't just a judge in a small courtroom, he became a symbol of what justice could look like when paired with empathy. And as we remember him today, we realize that his true legacy isn't measured by the cases he presided over, but by the lives he touched and the hearts he healed. Judge Frank that justice is not only about punishment, it is about compassion, fairness, and understanding. His legacy will live on in every smile he brought to the courtroom, every burden he lightened, and every person who left his presence feeling a little more hopeful. And while he may no longer be with us, the kindness he shared remains timeless. As we reflect on his life and his kindest court moments, we are reminded that the world is in desperate need of more people like him. People who balance justice with mercy, authority with compassion, and law with love. So today, we don't just remember Judge Frank Caprio as a man of the law. We remember him as a man of the people, a man who showed that even in the strict confines of a courtroom, humanity can shine through. His words, his laughter, and his wisdom will live on forever, not just on our screens, but in the way we choose to treat one another. And in that sense, Judge Frank Caprio's court is still in session, every time we choose kindness over judgment.